hands align. In red and white they always shine. With every pass it feels divine. Arsenal's on my mind. From hybrid days to Emirates grand, each match a symphony perfectly planned. With every goal we take our stand. Arsenal's on my mind.
Welcome back to the latest episode of the Arsenal on My Mind podcast. With you, as always, Mr. Spike and Mr. Sekijay. What's up, man?
What's up is I'm getting very distracted by all this your gray.
I'm getting grays up there, grays in here. Wisdom, the Arsenal wisdom.
Yep. I can tell you, stop the gray now. We are champions. You don't need to gray anymore.
Don't worry. Next time you guys see me, I'm going to be back to black because I'm going to be relaxed.
Yeah, right. Well, everything is going on. It's exciting times. As I say, nothing can steal my joy this summer. Just kicking back, relaxing, and enjoying the World Cup.
Absolutely. It's been an interesting World Cup, to say the least. Some surprising results here and there. Some of those smaller teams are kind of really putting on a show.
Oh yeah, I mean,
being pretty good, and it's a World Cup of the goats.
Correct. So all the superstars are shining.
Mm-hmm.
Haaland 2 goals, Vini 2 goals, Ronaldo 2 goals, Mbappe 2 goals, and the GOAT himself 2 goals. It's a spectacle. I tell my friends here in the United States that Americans, I'm like, this is Christmas for football fans, for soccer fans. So and some unsung heroes, some rising stars, and at the end of the day, when that whistle goes off, is 11 versus 11 is anybody's game.
Absolutely. So a quick World Cup question for you then. Is Messi the GOAT?
Oh yeah. I think I'd settle for that almost 10 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were a Cristiano fan for some reason. But
hell no. No way.
Fair enough.
I'm anti-Cristiano.
Well.
I respect him, but I'm not a fan.
Yeah. Okay, well.
And he's an ex-Man U legend. Hell no. I mean, where did you get that feeling from? I've always been Team Messi.
Yeah, me too, actually. So we agree on that part. But okay, well, on to your Arsenal updates. This is your Arsenal update episode, kind of bringing you some of the news of the week in the world of Arsenal. No better place to start off than with the announcement this morning, which I'm sure we all knew was coming, that we have made Piero Hincapié's deal permanent.
Yeah, that's a big one, and that's a bargain. That's a bargain. That's a steal.
34 million.
34 million in today's market for a Premier League proven defender.
Yep.
A champion that is just 24, 25.
Yeah.
That's a steal. I mean, that's great business, and big up to the Arsenal board, and you have always been a fan of how financially savvy Arsenal is. We all I think we mentioned this in our previous pods last season, that it was a structured deal, to kind of dance around the financial fair play restrictions and have it on the paperwork or on our books for the next season, for the upcoming season. So he's officially our first signing this summer.
Yeah.
Even though we've already had a full season where he started 39 games and won the Premier League for us and played the Champions League final. I mean, it's just a heck of a business.
Yeah, great business, great deal, good price. I mean, and I reckon if he had that season that he had with us and was available to be bought by anybody else, he'll be gone. 50.
Yeah, he'll be at least 50, and Madrid and Bayern, they were circling around him. He's a tested champion. Won the Bundesliga, won the Premier League, and he's just 25. I mean, it's all round, all positive. and
Absolutely.
he feels very, very welcome in Arsenal. He feels very much at home. I mean, I even forgot that he was a lone player. I thought he was
he didn't play like one. We
No, he
mentioned
didn't.
that during the team review grades episode.
Yeah,
He never played like a lone player. It's almost like kind of like you just said that he knew it was going to be his permanent home from the get-go.
absolutely.
And
And he's a versatile player. He can play. I think if you put Hincapié in DM, he will play it.
I think he can play across the whole back line. That's for sure.
Yes, he can. Absolutely. But
So-
especially the center back, left center back, and left back.
So, in your opinion, what's his best position?
That's a tough question.
Mhm.
Man, because when he was operating in Leverkusen, he was operating in a three-man defense. So he was basically still playing left center back.
Right.
You know, but he's had a great season. I mean, it displays Calafiori, it displays Skelly. You know, man, I'll take him left back all day.
Okay. I still have my bias, of course, for Calafiori at left back, but I would say, I think left back is his best position, but I would look to play him more at center back.
Left back is his best position for the Arsenal system right now. You can still put him in.
Calafiori is a better
left
fit at
center
left back.
Yeah, you can still put him in left center back, and I don't think he'll miss a beat.
Yeah, I think we need to. Now that we have the monkey off our backs, right? We can afford to rest Gabriel a bit more than So I think we should look to. I think he'll see more minutes at left center back this season, particularly if Brazil go deep in the World Cup and Ecuador does not, right?
Well, Ecuador, they need to play well today because
exactly.
If not, they're out.
Yeah, so if they don't go as deep where he comes back from the World Cup earlier, I see him starting the first 2 games of the season to give Gabriel that extended break ultimately. But either way, great signing, obviously. Doesn't feel like a new signing if it's been there, but great price, great player. It was already
five-year contract.
Yeah, it was a mystery how we even got him on loan in the first place, but because he was a key player for Leverkusen. But ultimately, it's a great deal. Well, that's about the biggest news of the day in terms of like transfers, because it's a signing, even though it doesn't feel like one. But something that has been circling around a lot the past week and a half or so is this reported proposed deal from Atlético Madrid to swap Gyökeres for what's his
Álvarez.
name? Álvarez, plus 15 million. So it's not just a straight swap, right? And I mean, it would be, before I even ask your opinion, my opinion is very simple. I think it's a made-up story, right? To drive his price up, just in a weird way, or to establish how much they value him. But it's possible they asked for it. I can see why they would want a Gyökeres on their squad, right? Simeone is he's a Simeone kind of striker, ultimately more than Álvarez is, But I don't even think that Arsenal entertained it, because that would be wild. But what's your thoughts on that, on this rumor? Well, it won't go away is the problem.
Last week we dismissed it in our previous episode. That like it's not happening, But I've been doing a lot of digging. The noise has been getting louder, and a few things I found was Barcelona wants Álvarez, right? Atlético Madrid, Real Madrid put in a bid for him. Atlético Madrid rebuffed that bid. Barcelona wants him. He wants Barcelona. But Atlético Madrid are very unhappy with the way Barcelona is approaching it. And at Atlético Madrid, they are trying to change that narrative that they are the feeder team for Barcelona and Real Madrid.
Right.
So they came out pushing back and saying that they are not selling Julián Álvarez to Barcelona or Real Madrid for any price. That if they want him, they should activate his 600 million or 500 million release clause. So then is Atlético Madrid that went and made this offer to Arsenal.
Okay.
It was not Arsenal that came to the and offered Gyökeres. No, Atletico Madrid.
I know we didn't offer Gyökeres, but
Yeah.
they make an offer first, then they rebudged.
No, Atletico Madrid with the the story out there, the report out there. Atletico Madrid back channel approached Arsenal because they know Arsenal has always been interested in Álvarez, and Simeone would love to work with Gyökeres. As you said, he is the perfect striker for a Simeone system. You know, and the proposition is not looking too bad for Gyökeres either, because he's going to a Champions League team. He's going to Madrid, which is a beautiful city. I've been there. You know, he's going to play for a big club under Simeone, and he's going to be the starter. He's not going to be any solo or anything like that. You know, so that's the proposition on the table. Now, is Arsenal going to take it? We don't know. Because reports coming out is saying that Arsenal are not entertaining letting go of Gyökeres under any circumstance. But
yeah, that would be weird if they did.
But Arsenal is flipping it on them. This is the rumor out there that Arsenal is like, well, take Martinelli instead. You know, take Martinelli. You know, give us Álvarez, and we'll still give you that 50 million. Or, you know,
interesting.
So those are the rumors out there. You know, I've been thinking about this deal, and the more I think about it, the more it makes sense. You know,
what makes sense? The Martinelli or the Gyökeres?
The Gyökeres.
Okay.
He's not fair on Gyökeres.
It's not fair at all.
But football is not a fair sport. Okay. He has already won Gyökeres can go, well, my job here is done. I've won the Premier League. I've changed that narrative that I flopped in Swansea or wherever he went to.
Oh, was it Coventry?
Coventry, you know, wherever. Now I'm a Champions League, or rather a Premier League winner, and I've played in the Champions League finals. All that is in my resume. I'm still in my peak. 2 seasons ago, I won back to back. I've won the Premier League and the Portuguese league back to back. You know, let me go try something. Let me go work under Simeone. You know, so these are some of the convincing that will have to be made to either of the camps.
Right.
You know, so basically that's what it is.
Yeah, I mean, the way I see it, right? Gyökeres himself, I don't think he's going to be keen on the move because, yeah, Atletico Madrid is good, but it's still a step down from Arsenal, right? They haven't won the league in the last 5 years now or so, right? So they're not and they're not competing for the league really anymore. So it will be a step down for him. Now, on the fair part, you know, on whether it's a fair deal or a fair for the player, right? I mean, it's not fair, but I think more importantly is it makes no sense from the standpoint of Arsenal having invested him in the first place. You know, we bought him this last year. I mean, very rare in football do players move on after one season unless it's from like a selling club, you know, like one of these like Brightons or whatever that buy and sell players is the whole system. So I don't think that it would make sense from a financial standpoint even. Now, I think the reason why there's some fans that are okay with it, and when you think about it, it's okay, it's just because of the financials, right? The value of Gyökeres plus 15 million for Álvarez makes math sense, you know?
I mean, Álvarez is a tier above Gyökeres. Yes, he did. Yeah. Yes, he had a bad season last season, but you have to remember that Julián Álvarez was when he was in Man City, right? He was having a better season. I actually preferred him to Haaland at some point. Okay, you know, he's won the Premier League. He's a Premier League champion. He has the experience. He's tested. He's proven. I mean, he delivered I think every season he played in the Premier League, he delivered at least 20 goals. Really? Oh yeah,
that would be interesting.
Then he goes to La Liga. Had a bad season last season. Still scored over 20 goals.
Interesting.
The previous season, he had a really good season. He scored, I think he scored almost 30 goals, if not more. So he's a better player, better ball player, can link up play more. A totally different profile player from Gyökeres or Havertz, and is a tier above them. We have two strikers now that are basically on the same tier. Why not trade one of them for a higher tier striker that is a totally different profile?
That's my point, is that it makes
and he can
sense.
also play left wing.
Yeah, it makes math sense. I think the issue here is the recency of Gyökeres, right?
No, the reason here is emotional. You're being emotional.
Well, true, but also
we got to be brutal sometimes. No,
okay, I'll put it this way, right? You said that the Arsenal countered with Martinelli potentially. I mean, that's probably a better option. I'm totally fine with that option, right? My thing is, let's get down to the brass tacks of like football, right? You already hit on it. Álvarez is a better player than Gyökeres, but without Gyökeres, we lose an element in our attack, right? And arguably, you can look at Álvarez as let me rephrase that. You can look at like Jesus as an Álvarez, like not caliber, but style player, right? But that's not as good, obviously.
But two tier down.
No, of course. I'm saying style, not ability, right? So my thing is, if we lose a Gyökeres, if we give up Gyökeres in this deal, we lose that Gyökeres element that we loved, last season. That bullying, that battle ram, like swashbuckling striker that we kind of gained last season.
Yeah, you have to understand that football changes quick. Things change real quick.
The point I'm trying to make is that, based on that, to me, you're saying I'm really emotional. I'm emotional in that of the kind of player he is and the recency. But if you ask me, screw Martinelli, I'd give them Havertz in that deal.
No, I'm not giving Havertz.
I would.
Havertz is off the table. Havertz, because Havertz is a better player too than Gyökeres. He's a baller. You see, we needed Gyökeres this season because we needed to just break that duck, right? That's done. We're not trying to battle ram teams again. We're champion. Now we're going to ball and we're going to outplay team, and we need ballers for that. We don't. As much as we tried to accommodate Gyökeres, we didn't really enjoy his profile in our team.
Until later in the season,
it was clear. It was clear that his profile did not fit in the team. Havertz changes. Havertz is not only a threat. Havertz improves the entire team, the entire offense. That's the difference.
Okay.
Havertz is a more intelligent player, and if you're looking at CV, Havertz, you can look at Havertz and Julián Álvarez equal, or Havertz. The only thing Julián Álvarez has over Havertz right now is that Julián Álvarez has won the World Cup.
I don't know about all that. Here's what I think.
Well, the point I'm trying to make is when you see Gyökeres on the team sheet, Gyökeres does not strike fear. You see, when we were playing Atlético Madrid last season, the only player I was scared of every time the ball got to his feet, and he showed it. I mean, he hit the bar, we were lucky, was Álvarez.
Okay.
He strikes fear in the opposition's mind, both fans and players. Gyökeres does not have that.
Gyökeres has a different effect, I think. Not fear, but defenders will not enjoy defending.
No, Gyökeres will just make every defender work honestly.
Yes. So in reality,
Álvarez can win you penalties.
Yeah,
Álvarez can score
Álvarez
free
out
kicks.
there because the best scenario in my mind is to have both of them, Gyökeres and Álvarez.
Well,
and I'm willing to sacrifice Havertz.
Given the circumstances, that's not going to happen.
Well, why not? If they ask for Havertz instead of Gyökeres, I think Arsenal is more willing to do that maybe Havertz plus like 30 instead of 50.
That is in your mind.
Yeah,
Havertz
well,
is
yeah,
not.
what's my mind? It's the same name on
Havertz
the
is not
show.
even in this conversation at all. Yeah, Havertz. Watch after the World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
You and you are going to be having a very different opinion on Kai Havertz. I told you that Kai Havertz is going to be arguably our most impactful player in this World Cup. Watch what he's going to do.
I don't
Now,
doubt his
I rate
German
him.
chops.
I actually rate Kai Havertz higher than Gyökeres.
Well, no, I get that.
You know,
That
so why would I now want to trade him?
I'm just saying,
Him and Gyökeres are
because of
about
the
the same
style of
age.
play. Okay, I'll put it this way: you sell Havertz, right? And I'm not saying we can replace him as easily, but that gives the opening really for what's the Aston Villa guy's name?
Poopy.
No, Aston Villa, the guy that was Morgan Rogers, right?
Oh.
Then you can play him across the front three, kind of like how Havertz floats around, which is what he likes to do in reality.
You forget one thing. Havertz has presence.
I agree. Okay,
Easy.
Before you get down there, I want to read you Álvarez's stats since we kind of hit on that, right? So you're right. He had 20 goals, 9 assists this last year.
And they said it was a failed season for him.
It was because his goals were kind of spread out pretty thinly.
Well, that tells you the quality of the player.
Yep.
Because Gyökeres had over 20 goals, and we are praising him.
Yeah. The season before, 29 goals, 8 assists. There you go. And then the season after that, he has
let's see his stats when he was in the Premier League.
Yeah, I'm trying to get there. So in the Premier League in the 23-24 season, he had 19 goals and 14 assists. And then
and this is playing with Haaland.
That 1 year, yeah. And then
playing with Haaland, playing with Bernardo Silva.
And then the year before
De Bruyne still had. Can you imagine you have how many assists playing in a team with De Bruyne?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, he's a different quality player, and he's Argentine too. So he drinks the same water Messi drinks. Oh please, get Gyökeres. I love Gyökeres, but I will take that.
Okay, deal. So your answer is you would take that deal. Mine is I will not take that deal.
All day.
Okay. So either way, I don't think it's going to happen one way or another with Gyökeres or anybody else. I think the only player we'd give them in exchange would be Jesus, which would just mean that we're paying top dollar anyway.
No, we can give them Jesus and Trossard.
They won't take those two. I mean, they'll take Jesus and like 80 million, maybe, and I think that makes it better. But okay, all right, well, I say no deal, you say deal. I don't think it'll happen either way, but you never know.
Well, let us know what
Barca
you think.
Is ruthless.
Well, let us know what you think, fans.
Absolutely.
Deal or no deal?
Weigh in. Gyökeres plus 50 for Álvarez, or nothing at all, or just pay them the full 100 and whatever they want. Those are the three options. Want to hear your opinions on. Okay, so we'll kind of get into our third topic here, kind of wrap it up real quickly. The rumors again floating around our captain Ødegaard, right? And whether he should still remain captain, whether he should still be on the team, whether he should be sold. All these questions are coming up. Interestingly, they're coming up to me when he had his best game for Norway, in my opinion. So it's like, is it really a question? But what is your opinion on that in terms of, should he keep the captaincy? Should he be sold? Or are we just making news for no reason?
I mean, it's a tough one. I'm of the opinion that if we're taking the captaincy off him, he should be sold.
Right. You said that before.
Mm-hmm. He's looking good now. You see, Ødegaard, a lot of people did not see it. I mentioned it 2 seasons ago in our pod. I said the fact that Norway missed out on Euro and missed out on the last World Cup really affected Ødegaard psychologically. You see, and you can see even from the celebration, from the Norwegian roll, from going to strike a pose, Henry pose with Haaland. he's walking his way back to his old self,
Okay.
to his confident self. Because remember, I mentioned it that he's the captain of Norway. He's been the captain of Norway now, if I'm not mistaken, for the past 5 seasons.
Yeah, for a long time.
He's the captain of Arsenal. When he broke in as a wonder kid in Real Madrid. So this guy has his entire career, he's spent it in pressure cooker. The pressure has been a lot for him.
Right.
He didn't make it in Madrid, gets sold to Arsenal. It was looking like he was going to captain Arsenal and not win the Premier League. Then it's looking like his generation, him and Haaland, that everybody was looking up to, were going to fail the Norwegian national team. All those things got to him. And boom, he showed on the pitch. Now, I'm beginning to retract and go, actually, maybe we should give Ødegaard one more season.
Right.
Because he's beginning to, all those monkeys have been gotten off his back. He did not just make it to the World Cup. They made it past the first round for the first time in their history, I believe, or in 28 years or something like that. You know? No, actually, they are making it to the World Cup for the first time in 28 years.
Really?
Yes.
Them Torre Andre Flo guys didn't make the World Cup back then?
No. Wow. Apparently. You see, so it was a lot of pressure. Then he has a generational striker, and he looks like a generational number 10. You know, it was a lot of pressure. The point is, maybe we should give him one more season.
Okay.
Now, if we're not going to do that and give him one more season, then we need to just, get rid of him now. Because by next season, his contract is going to, we're going to have 1 year left.
Right.
So there's a lot of big decisions to be made with Ødegaard. The style we're trying to play now is different because we don't as much need a high playing number 10. We need it because we have carriers now. We have ball carriers now. We don't even need him to sit deep either. Because we have ball carriers. And I watched Morgan Rogers yesterday. That guy is strong. He's big. Yep. He's taller and bigger than Jude Bellingham. When I saw that, I screamed because I thought Jude Bellingham was a big kid.
Yeah.
So, and I saw Morgan Rogers, I was like, okay, it makes sense why this guy can play center mid or anywhere up front.
And you're speaking about him like it's a done deal on the squad already, huh?
He's a specimen. So if that guy comes to Arsenal, then, Ødegaard, you see, then there's a problem.
Okay.
You see, because he's going to come and he's going to start immediately.
Yeah.
So it's a lot. But for me, if you ask me, my heart, I would say give Ødegaard one more season. But my head is sell him now, get Morgan Rogers, move on.
Okay. Well, you know me. I'm an Ødegaard and Calafiori lover. So Ødegaard I like Ødegaard. I like what he brings. I think if we can be healthy, that's the biggest thing with him. Yeah, all the things you said are correct. Mentally, I think I called this out in last year when he came back from that long injury spell, and he was looking really gaunt and like he lost weight. And he hasn't put the weight back on yet, but he definitely, to me, I think more than the mental thing plays a big deal, of course, but the injuries compound those mental things, right? When they're able to play and do what you love. And all I could see, to your point, in that Norway game was he looked happier, right? And
absolutely,
that could be the monkey off his back. The pressure is a little bit off, and
he's enjoying his job again.
Yes, so I'm inclined to yes. When I say give him one more year, it's not a make or break for me, but because of injuries, it is. If he can play substantially this next season without any major injuries, is what I'm looking at, right? I don't care how well he plays this coming up season. If he's hurt for half the season, then I'm not going to cut loose because he'll be another Van Persie for us, and we'll just have to deal with it, right? He'll go somewhere else and all of a sudden have no injuries. But I want to see him be fit, be able to play behind a Rice and maybe it's with Mendy pivot or just they would have a solid game, a real left winger, Gyökeres up there. Just give him, I want to see him really kind of get that chance. And his captainship part, I don't see an issue with it. He's definitely a different kind of captain than what you used to see at Arsenal, right? He's not vocal like that, at least not on the field. He is on the field actually, but he's not a rah-rah captain. He's not like like a gregarious kind of captain. But the fact that he captains both country and club says something, and he seems to be very well liked. Yeah, very well liked. So I just think we keep him, at least for sure, at least one more season. But I'm okay with him being captain because we already have our mental captain in Rice. But let us know as well what you guys think in the comments. Ødegaard, keep or sell, or captaincy, just all your opinions. We want to hear all of it. But yeah, I think that covers our 3 topics of the day. We're going to keep the same cadence on a weekly basis and give you guys 3 main things to discuss about Arsenal. That way you keep them on their mind continually. But like, share, subscribe. Let us know your thoughts.
And see you in the comment section.
Yep. And as always,
keep Arsenal on your mind.
Awesome. All right, guys. Later.
Under floodlights build the fans align. In red and white they always shine. With every pass it feels divine. Arsenal's on my mind. From hybrid days to Emirates grand, each match a symphony perfectly planned. With every goal we take our stand. Arsenal's on my mind. Oh Arsenal, you never fail. Through rain and sun our steadfast sail.